There are rare moments when both sides of the House come to this chamber with the same question on their minds. How did it get to this? The Prime Minister is very proud of his record as the Director of Public Prosecutions, his skills to prosecute, to interrogate and to investigate. Skills that are absent here. The Prime Minister will also be more than familiar with the basic legal principle, caveat emptor, buyer beware. This can be translated across the board to many scenarios and essentially means you are to do your research and ask pointed questions. Madam Deputy Speaker, on this point, the Prime Minister in interviews exposed himself yesterday. He claims he did not know the content of the Bloomberg emails, but yet he knew they existed. Where was the inquiry? He knew an investigation was launched by the Foreign Office, but not the content. Where was the inquiry? He was waiting for answers from the disgraced ambassador, even though his Chief of Staff, we understand, was in contact with him for much of the previous day. Where was the inquiry? In the knowledge that there were outstanding questions unanswered, anyone, and not just a lawyer, would have drawn breath and paused before giving such a vote of confidence in the former ambassador during PMQs. It is willful ignorance at best, political belligerence at worst. The Prime Minister now says, "Had I known," I quote, "had I known then what I know now, I would never have appointed him." But the former Foreign Secretary has said, "The truth is, all the issues were weighed, and in that time it was known that Peter Mandelson had a relationship with Jeffrey Epstein, but the scale and extent of that was only known last Wednesday evening when the Prime Minister surveyed those emails. But we understand that the Foreign Office contacted Number 10 on Tuesday and an investigation was opened. So something doesn't add up." There is such a lack of clarity on this matter, and where there is a lack of clarity, we need transparency. A proper due diligence exercise relies on the disclosure given, as he will be well aware from practice. It is time to disclose. So I am sure, therefore, that the Government will oblige with the request from the Leader of the Opposition to provide the House with all correspondence and documents on the Mandelson files. The matter, however, goes beyond judgment calls of both the Prime Minister and the former Foreign Secretary, given that both are involved in the appointment of ambassadors. It is also a matter of ethics. What is deemed acceptable behaviour when in positions of power? Now, the Nolan principles are integral to all of us who serve the public. Selflessness, integrity, objectivity, accountability, openness, honesty and leadership. Principles that apply as much to the former ambassador as to the Prime Minister. Now, under leadership, it states that holders of public office should, I quote, actively promote and robustly support the principles and challenge poor behaviour wherever it occurs. Given the known record of Peter Mandelson, even before the details of the Bloomberg emails came to light, does the Prime Minister believe that this principle has been met? On this basis, will the Prime Minister be referring himself and others involved in the appointment process to the Independent Ethics Advisor? The role of ambassador in Washington is a crucial one, entrusted with the most sensitive information and shaping our reputation on the world stage. It is not too much to ask that its appointee embodies the highest standards.